Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. So for today we're making vegan baklava. So just a heads up guys, throughout this whole video you're going to hear me call it baklava. That's the way Assyrians pronounce it. Moving on. I'm going to start off with the filling, and for the filling I'm going to use 2 bags of walnuts. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to pulse it in my NutriBullet. So I do a little at a time, so it's like a cup at a time that I pulse. You want to make sure that you press it down just for a little bit to give it a quick grind. You don't want this to come out like flour. So a quick grind, you want to make sure that there are some good chunks in there for the filling. So I'm going to do this on repeat. So I'm going to show you what it looks like right here, and I usually use a fork for the blending. I'm going to tell you why once I start adding in some other stuff. All right, so now we have the sugar, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work this in. This is 1/2 cup, so I'm going to work it in lightly, and I'm using the fork to just kind of run this through every single bit of the walnut. All right, so moving on to the cardamom, and this is already grounded up. I believe the last time I made this baklava, I used fresh cardamom and the seeds, and I ground it up myself, and it was a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie to you, but this was just, this was a lot quicker to do. So what you want to do is I'm adding actually a 1/2 teaspoon at a time, and I am working that fork in to really blend in every single walnut, sugar, and cardamom spice in there. Now what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to add some orange juice. This like everything else, I eyeball it. So I do a capful, I pour it in, I do another capful, pour it in. You don't want this soggy. You want it to have a thick consistency without really overdoing. So a little at a time, guys. So I'm basically done with the filling. What I'm going to do is I am going to use Earth Balance butter sticks. I'm going to start melting them in to this pot. I melted about, I think, what was it? The 2 sticks? Yeah, it was 2 sticks. The other stick I used to rub this pan. I want to make sure that nothing sticks onto the pan once I put it in the oven. So give it a good rub, get the sides as well. Be generous. Oh my goodness. All right, so this phyllo dough is vegan. There's no egg in there, no nothing. So you're gonna start layering the phyllo dough. So the first layer is down. What I do is I take a paper towel and I put it into the melting butter. This just holds the butter really good. The phyllo dough is very fragile, guys, so you just want to be light on this. You don't want to rub too hard and break the phyllo dough. So I'm going to do this, and then after I'm done buttering the sheet, I am going to lay another phyllo dough over this. And then same thing, just put this on repeat. Butter every single phyllo dough, and then just keep on layering. So after I've layered about 14 sheets for the bottom part of the baklava, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add in the filling. So you just scoop up the filling and then you place it everywhere. And then what you're gonna do is just kind of rub it down evenly. All right, so once you smooth that out, you're going to start layering the phyllo dough one more time. So in this box is 28 sheets, so it's 14 for the bottom, 14 for the top. And like I said, just make sure that you're pretty good with that butter. Just be gentle again. Now what you want to do before you put in the oven is go ahead and cut them into pieces. Now you could make them diamond shapes, or you could do them, you know, just across like I did it. It's entirely up to you, but what you want to do when you are cutting them is kind of hold it. You see how I'm like kind of holding it down a little bit so the sheets don't move. So you just got to be, again, gentle with it so that you cut all the way through the bottom. I put it in the oven at 350 for a good 25 to 30 minutes. Now I have to make the syrup. So what I'm doing is I did 1 cup of water and half of a cup of that cane sugar. So remember, the cane sugar is vegan. I'm going to add a capful of rose water. And then what I'm also going to do is add a capful. God, this smells so good. It smelled so freaking good, guys. So again, like I said, a capful of that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a capful of the orange blossom as well. This too, guys, if you smell it, it just smells... It smells like heaven. It is so, so good. Anyways, you're going to put that in, and then you're just going to give it a good stir. Under the sun. Yes, I'll come back to you. Then I'll ask, what have we done? All right, so once your baklava is nice and golden, you want to take it out of the oven. You want to let it sit for a little bit, let it cool. Make sure that your syrup is hot. And what I'm doing is I'm taking a spoonful and I am layering every single piece that I have cut. And there you have it, your vegan baklava, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. I do hope that you subscribe to my channel. I have more great stuff coming your way. Take care, God bless, and I will see you in the next one.